just take questions. I'm not going to say a whole lot. Yeah. We didn't shoot the ball well, and that's happened before. The disappointing thing to me is the way we came out. We didn't have the intensity and the mindset of being the best. Didn't have the mindset of guarding. Started off, we couldn't stop them, so we had to go to zone. That didn't work. We just didn't have the mindset of the right thing of getting stops and rebounding. Our thoughts were on the other end, which is something that's gotten us in trouble the whole year, except for the last 3 games where we've had the mindset of guarding people. And tonight, again, I don't know if it's we get comfortable, but we go back to I need to score. And we had a hard time with it. So disappointing. We couldn't get any stops. I mean, they were shooting in the high 50s for most of the first half, went on a little cold streak, ended up shooting 44% in the first half, and then they shoot 56% in the second half. I mean, that can't happen. It just can't happen. I don't care how bad we shoot. We shoot 1 for 14 last game when we win. If we're thinking about our offense, we have to concentrate on the defensive end. And tonight, we didn't do it. We didn't come out with the right mindset, and that's disappointing for sure. All dribble drive. Couldn't keep anybody out of the paint. They were running basic, simple cross screens, and we were switching, which we're not supposed to do, losing our man. Again, we started to take shortcuts. All the toughness stuff that we're talking about, which is doing your job, they stopped doing it. It just was like switch, which we don't do. And it's shortcuts. It's being comfortable where you're at and not wanting to take care of business on the defensive end. We gambled a lot trying to get steals. Why? Because they want to get out and get buckets. Got to be solid defensively. It's extremely disappointing that we fell back into that trap. Well, I mean, it's hard when they throw the zone out there. There's only so much you can do. I'd like us to throw the ball in the middle to Ollie. For whatever reason, we won't do that. He's open. Again, we won't do it. So if we're not making jump shots, we either got to penetrate the gaps in the zone or we got to throw it into the big fella. And we did that in the second half. You saw at the beginning, we started throwing the ball in the middle to Ollie, And we started getting buckets, and they had to go back to a man. First half, we wouldn't do that. So if they're going to play a zone, we have to get the ball inside, middle or short corner into the post. We didn't do it. We refused to throw the ball in there, and we just took jump shots. So like I said, and I don't want to talk about the offense. We haven't been a good offensive team all year. It's where we win is when we play defense. And tonight we were horrible defensively. Took shortcuts, didn't guard anybody. That's not the right mindset. If guys come into the game or guys are playing in the game and they're thinking about offense, we're not in a good mind frame. And tonight we were thinking about offense, and that's disappointing. Yeah, I mean, we got to stop, and we didn't get – and that was another thing. I told them at halftime, 50-50 balls. That's a part of toughness. We weren't getting the 50-50 balls at the beginning. That's because everybody was running out trying to go to the offensive end. So that's toughness. 50-50 balls is toughness. We weren't tough enough tonight. Like I said, we lost our way again. We lost our way. We were comfortable for whatever reason because maybe we won 3 in a row, and we're going to stop doing what got us exactly where we are the last 3 games, which is victories. I mean, we weren't very good against Seattle offensively, but we played hard defensively and rebounded the heck out of the ball. Tonight it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. I saw more concentration on the other end of the floor. I mean, yeah, it was nice. We fought back. Made a few threes. Mikey had a wide open 3. Missed it, but we made it 3. But you can't live on that. You gotta hold a team to. You can't hold a team to 49% if you're supposed to be a good defensive team. You just can't do it. Can't do it. Well, if we don't, we'll go 0-3. That's a great question. That's a great question. I've talked about it ad nauseum all day yesterday, all day today. I talked about it ad nauseum before the Seattle game. Tough, nasty, competitive, defense. Don't think about the offense. Defense. Get stops. If they play a zone, we get stops, we can run. Got to get stops. Defense. This is what, wear like a badge, pride of honor, defense. That's all I talked about for 2-3 straight days. So if you can come up with that, I'll invite you in the locker room, and you can talk to them, because that's what I told them. That's where we got to hang our hat, is on our toughness, be a nasty, competitive defensive team. We were anything but that tonight. So that's a great question. And as I said, sometimes with the team, I don't know. As I said, we're going to keep fighting, and I can guarantee we'll get some competitive guys where the mindset's right. But we got to see how we bounce back. As you said, it's a tough road trip. And we're going to UTRGV, which is a really hard place to play. Then we go to New Mexico State, and then we go to Cal Baptist. So if they don't have that mindset, it'll be a terrible, terrible trip. That's for sure. Be a hard one. Well, it's hard when we're on blitz Washington, so we knew we'd be in rotations. So we did that, and we got the shot up, and then it's just 50-50. Got to go get it. That's all there is to it. And they got it. Big tip in. And sometimes it comes down to stop. But as I said, it all started, in the very first beginning of the game. We didn't play defensively, and then they come out in the second half, and they were shooting in the high 60s for half the second half. So, I told her, you can't win if your team's shooting 60%. Come on, can't do it. Especially when we're shooting 4 for 21 from 3. That ain't happening. So, as I said, we're not a very good offensive team. We struggle shooting. But I thought we had turned a corner defensively with our toughness. But we took a huge step back, and I'm extremely, extremely disappointed in that. It's bad. I don't know why it happens like that. They're kids, I guess. I get it. But you'd think winning is more important than personal accolades, I would think. Nobody cares about a guy who scores a lot on a losing team. It's about winning basketball. It's about loving your teammates. It's about sharing the ball. Big kid. I think he's top 5, 6 in the nation in blocks. We got in that paint, and we are not passing that ball. There are going to be 4 guys guarding you, and that big guy will be in there blocking shots, and we're going to try to shoot it instead of just hitting our mans. And I tell you, fellas, we work on it. You're at practice. We work on it every single day. 3-line, drive and kick, play off 2 feet, get in the paint, find your teammate. Work on it. There's not a day that we don't work on it. Not a day. Now, if they don't do it in a game, some of this comes back on them. But we'll keep working at it. So, very disappointed. Good? Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.